It's Friday and I'm all about tradition, so we are going to do another episode of new makeup releases. We chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peek. I'm going to let you know about the new things that are on the market so you don't have to keep up with all the Instagram accounts. We're also going to dive into other makeup news, things that are like attached to the beauty community. And if you haven't been here before, definitely subscribe. To upload quite a lot of videos all about makeup and beauty, colorful makeup, indie makeup, makeup news. That's all what we do here. I've been doing this kind of series for I think like 8-9 years at this point. It's something that I love doing. I love talking about what's new in the makeup community. And even though I don't do them every week now, I try to do them at least bi-weekly. So we have a lot of things to dive into, but before we get into the makeup news, let's hear it from this week's sponsor. It is no secret to anyone that I am such a big fan of mobile games. I love playing puzzle games, just little cute games that keep me relaxed and keep me entertained on my cell phone when I am just in the couch, in bed at the end of the night, or maybe on the bus or traveling. I love mobile games. And I am so excited that today's video is sponsored by Misplay, which is a rewarding app where you get to play mobile games and discover new fun mobile games that literally pays off. Misplay has a community of millions of players and they have already paid out over $200 million in rewards and gift cards, and I am so excited to be showing you some of the games that I have been discovering through Misplay as of late. With Misplay, you have so many games to discover. You literally look through the games that they have to offer, choose something that looks exciting to you, and as you're playing and progressing in the game, you will earn rewards that you can exchange for gift cards at places such as Amazon, Uber Eats, or even PlayStation. So this is just a win-win situation if you're like me and you love playing games for entertainment or for relaxing, a way for you to earn some extra rewards doing something that you already enjoy, playing games. So let me show you two of the games that I've discovered through Misplay that I've really been enjoying. The first one is Hexamaster 3D, and it's this cute little game where you add up tiles and it sorts colors, and when you get 10, it disappears, and basically you're supposed to be collecting, and this level says to 280 and I have 12 so far. Other game that I've discovered that's a little bit outside of my normal comfort zone, but I've really been enjoying it, and it is Whiteout Survival. This is a game where you build a base in a wintry landscape. I think my embassy is done upgrading. I think I can upgrade it again. No, I can't. It needs furnace level 9. Let's go and see if I can upgrade that. Okay, so now I have to upgrade this one, and it says it takes 4.5 hours to upgrade it. Let's go on an explorer mission while we do it. I love these little games where you get to build your bases and have just a great time, and I won. Good for me. Victory. Download Misplay for free by using the link down in my description box, and you get 200 bonus points inside the app. I love apps like this. There's just a win-win situation. I will be playing games regardless, and if I can earn some rewards and get some gift cards while I'm doing it, that sounds like a great deal to me. So thank you so much, Misplay, for coming on my channel and sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out down in the description box, and let's get on with the rest of the video. And I did film this look, what I'm wearing right now, and this will be in a video, a Get Ready With Me, that's gonna be next week. And also, absolutely with no relations whatsoever to this look right here, I also will be having a new release with my own indie brand, Cinch Beauty, next week. I will have an announcement about that beginning of next week, and then the launch will be next Friday for a new collection with Cinch Beauty and also a restock of Paisley Hoot. I know a lot of people have been asking me. It is all happening next week. Friday the 29th, we're having a new release plus a restock over at cinchbeauty.com. Keep your eyes open. I am so excited. So with that out of the way, let me try and scooch. I'm moving the whole stool. Scoochy to the side so we can put some stuff here, some pictures of what's to come. Let's actually start with a new indie brand, a new brand on the market, and this is Monolith, which is a EU online retailer, and they are launching their own brand, which is called Epic Beauty, and I do have the palette right here. So as you are seeing this palette has not, like, the inside has not been revealed, but we have seen the outside. I've had this palette, clearly I have this palette, I'm holding it in my hand. This palette I've had this palette for months. They sent it to me early. I literally have had it since Sweden. So I think I've had it since March, and they are now releasing it. I think they're releasing it the last of May, and they're revealing it on Sunday. And I have already filmed some looks with this one, and there will be a video on this palette on Sunday. So keep your eyes open for that one if you're interested in seeing the full reveal and everything. And my code Agnieszka does work on the Monolith website as well. Usually it doesn't work on launch day, like the day they're launching new stuff. So usually the code starts working on when they've been on the website for a couple of days. They have their own system, but always try out code Agnieszka at checkout with, quite honestly, quite a few indie brands. Try out Agnieszka at checkout and you might get a little bit of a discount. But we'll talk more about that palette on Sunday. I feel like the biggest news this week has been the relaunch of Marc Jacobs Beauty. I told you some weeks ago, manage your expectations. You are not gonna see the same products come back because Marc Jacobs Beauty is now under a different umbrella brand. They are probably not the same formulations. They are probably not the same factory. Clearly, they're not the same packaging. I'm showing you just a collage of a bunch of things here. They're starting out with a full range. This has been in the works for a really long time, and creating a full brand from scratch, especially when you're doing custom packaging as they are doing, takes some time. So I'm not surprised that it's taken them 2 years from the time when Marc Jacobs changed umbrella brand until actually releasing it. Not surprised at all. This one is supposedly launching at Sephora on June 1st. I don't think it's going to be Sephora in Europe because, again, Marc Jacobs is actually one of the few brands that is a US-based brand. So I do think it's coming at Sephora US. I will try and leave as much information about all the things that I'm talking about down in the description box. And also, if some things are available, they will pop up on YouTube Shopping. But launching on June 1st is what I've heard. There's a bunch of products in this line, and like I told you, there is not a repeat from the last things that they launched. Let me see if I can pull up and we can talk about the products one by one. They did launch a bronzer product, and I know a lot of people were hoping for the Omega bronzer to come back. Again, I didn't think that was going to come back, and clearly they're doing something different now. I will say this custom packaging probably cost them a lot of money to do, and it's quite cool. It is what I'm assuming is either metal or a metal looking plastic, and it is a custom mold. We can tell that right away, and it is like almost like balloon animals, I think. And also, again, because they have that very iconic fragrance with the flowers, this is meant to be like almost like piggybacking off the success that they've had with that flower perfume. I think the packaging is really cool. I think it's really unique. I love when brands put a lot of effort into their packaging. It's something that I appreciate. So I think it looks really amazing, custom, and honestly really great. And I really hate to see brands that I know have a lot of money and then they're cheapening out on the packaging. I'm like, listen, if you have financiers, if you have a budget, can we please see some of that being put into getting like nice packaging? This one is a talc-free blurring powder bronzer. It comes in 8 different shades. And then there's also some eye pens, and these are the Longwear waterproof gel eyeliners. It's in 21 shades, which is an immense amount of shades. To like 21 shades. I cannot begin to explain to you how many SKUs that is. That is so many shades. And I know that they were known for their gel eyeliners before. Gel eyeliners, that's so hard to say, and also their bronzer. 2 things that they were really known for. So I'm excited to see that they're like coming back with that. But again, this is probably going to be great, but it's probably not going to be exactly the same, hopefully as good. There's also mascaras in 3 different shades. There are a soft shine lipstick in 15 shades. They look really, the packaging with that like almost looks like a heart balloon at the top. It's so good. Like the packaging, it's so good. And then there is a cream bronzer, which again, it's that iconic like flower with the yellow, just as they have with the perfume. The shades look really interesting because there's a couple of poppy shades, like a purple and an orange, and then there are some more like, safe colors that a lot of people go for. I love that they tried all of it. And then again, it is the star-shaped single shadows. Some of them seem to be mattes, and some of them seem to be shimmer, and some of them seems to be like multi-chromes. So I'm excited to see them like delve into like different special shades like that as well. There's also it's like a shimmer product. I don't know exactly what this is, but it seems to be like one shade, and it is a multi-use illuminating gel highlighter, and it is in universal shade. It says release date, actually not June 1st, it says May 31st. Okay, so I was mistaken. I've seen June 1st, and now I've seen May 31st. One of the two. Different sources are giving different dates. One of the two, it might be that it's like, Rouge exclusive May 31st or app exclusive May 31st. It might be one of the two. And this one is a multi-use gel. You can use it on your cheeks and your eyes. I've seen them use it on the lips as well. So it seems to be both lip and eye safe. And it's more like an iridescent almost like a periwinkle, purple lavender kind of a thing. It seems really cute. It's not something that I like myself. I don't need, who needs anything at this point? But it is a really cool product to launch with. And overall, I think it's very interesting that they're launching with these SKUs, single shadows, bronzers, like blush sticks. And it's like no complexion products, no powders, concealers, foundations. They're going for color cosmetics only. Another big launch that is coming is from Makeup Forever, and they are releasing a new foundation. Makeup Forever makes amazing foundations, and this one is the Balancing and Perfecting Natural Finish Longwear Foundation. It says it is a natural medium to full coverage, and it has a self-adapting formula that hydrates and controls shine. That sounds like mature skin dreams, because the older you get, the more hydration your skin needs, but you still might get oily in your T-zone. Something that hydrates but still controls the shine sounds amazing. Medium coverage, natural finish. Definitely will be trying these. I hope they launch in Europe as well. Very, very intrigued by that formulation. Fenty Beauty is launching new shades of the Balm Stix, like the glossy lipsticks. These are not my favorite. For me, I feel like they're a little bit too pigmented. I don't like a high pigment glossy lip formula. It's not my absolute favorite, but people love this. And if you're the kind of person who loves these, they're coming out with some nude, like more nudes for different skin tones for summer. I'm sure these are going to be very, very well loved. Again, not my favorite formula. When I wear something glossy on the lips, like today, I would like it to be a little bit sheer. It's just a personal preference, but I want to let you know that more shades are coming in that line. Something that I am very excited to try, and I did actually get the shipping notification from Colourpop that this is being sent to me, and they're coming out with jelly sticks. This is the Jelly Much Gel Eyeshadow Sticks. So many colors. Look at this. My code Angeshka works at the Colourpop website, and I'm so excited to be trying these. I don't know which shades they sent to me, but they look incredible. I hope I get at least one of the colorful ones. I'm so excited to be trying this out. I still have not tried any of these like jelly stick, glittery eyeshadow formulas. I saw so many formulations like this when I was at Cosmoprof, and maybe I should have jumped at the opportunity to formulate a couple for my own brand, because clearly they're very much in like fashion. They're like something that people are very excited about, and I cannot wait to try these. I think they look amazing. I definitely will be trying these. I hope they're great. I hope they don't crease. I cannot wait to try them. Natasha Denona is releasing a new palette, and it is the Tan Eyeshadow Palette. This is a 15 shade palette, and it's just a neutral brown that is slightly deeper than what she's had before. I mean, it's a brown, okay. What this palette tells us is that this is the kind of makeup that sells the most for Natasha Denona. And again, no hard feelings. I totally get it. People love a good neutral. I do wish that there would be like one or two different, like, I'm not looking for a neutral palette with a pop of blue, but like, surely there is something we could get, because I feel like we've seen some palettes like this from Natasha Denona now, and it's like, how many brown palettes are too many brown palettes? I do think, yeah, my code Angeshka works at the Natasha Denona website, and you can get some money off if you order it from their website. I am sure the quality is going to be beautiful. I'm sure this is going to be great quality. I just wish that there was like something in here that was like a little bit different, maybe like an iridescent pink topper, something like to bring in something like, you know, the original gold palette that had like a mustard matte and then a green iridescent like duochrome topper. It was just something that made the palette different. And I feel like some of the neutral palette as of late, and maybe it's because everybody's like falling over themselves being excited about an all brown palette. Clearly this is not like exactly what I'm looking for. I wish there would be some kind of twist, something. And maybe once you get it, it's more exciting than it looks like. But I feel like this reminds me so much of that like bigger sculpt palette that they came out with. And I'm like, I don't know if we needed another one. Maybe we did. It looks beautiful. Another brand that is coming, okay, let me start with this. Another brand that is coming up with a lot of things for like summer is Dior. none of it looked exciting except the highlighter sticks. These look delicious. It looks really beautiful. I mean, you can tell I'm so into a glowy cheek right now. These look so beautiful, and I've been so impressed with Dior highlighters. I mean, they're expensive, but I love the liquid one, I love the powder one, and I'm clearly gonna try out the cream one. I really like the look of a bunch of these shades, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, of course they're gonna launch in Europe. It's a French brand, but I hope it comes here to Italy as well. And I would love to try it in store because they're expensive and I would like to see which shade I want, but I think all of them look absolutely incredible. I think these might be available now. Again, check the description box. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. But that product, I saw it and I was like, yes, I really want that. Something that's actually available at Sephora here in Europe, because r.e.m Beauty is sold at Sephora in Europe, it's sold at Ulta in the US, and it is the new r.e.m collection. It is called, what is it called? Dangerous Woman. I think it is based, again, I want to say, oh, I'm not that much into music. I like music, but I'm not that much into artists or like the name of the albums, but I think it is an Ariana Grande album. Right? And this is like based on the Dangerous Woman. So it is a neutral palette with a very sparkly metallic black. I love that. Black packaging, and there's glosses and I don't know what that is. Glossy Balm, Eye Quad, Lip Mask. Okay, lip mask. And honestly, it looks really cute. I love that they're doing more like Ariana Grande inspired things because it is her brand. So I think it's really smart of them to do that. It's not something that I need, it's a little neutral leaning, but I did like the look of it and I love the black packaging. A brand that's been really on fire releasing new stuff lately is Lancome. They are releasing these velvet lip creams. I don't understand. One of them is like a purple. It's like a purple. Like look at these swatches. It's purple. Is it a purple? It's interesting, no? It's, again, I want to see it in I was going to say in real life, but I want to see it in store and be like, it says lip cream, and on wearing it, it looks matte. So I'm like, is it a matte purple? That seems, again, very un-Lancome. Maybe they hired someone that's like having this really alternative style, but I can't say I'm upset. I'm kind of like, I'm here for it. I'm here for the era of Lancome where they're just embracing fun things. I'm not against it. I'm just a little surprised. Oh, Glamlite did release their Barbie collection. This is live right now. You can use code Angeshka at Glamlite and get some money off. It is 3 face palettes for different skin tones. There's an eyeshadow palette, and I think it's 3 lip kits, right? Complexion kit, lip kit. Yeah, 3 lip kits, 3 complexion palettes, and then there's eyeshadow palette. I did not pick this one up. Glamlite, I don't know if they send out much PR at all to people who are not TikTokers anymore. So if there's anything from Glamlite I want to try, I'll pick it up. I did buy the Bratz palette, and I think that this color story is kind of similar to the Bratz palette. That one had more shades. I think the complexion ones look really cute though. I think those could be really nice. The lip kits are not for me. It's that like fully opaque lipstick with the gloss on top with the ombre lip liner. It's not the kind of lip color that I go for. A lot of people love it. I don't hate it for others. I just don't want to wear it myself. But the complexion ones look really beautiful, especially this blue one that has, oh, you can see here, that has like almost like a coral and a pink. That looks really beautiful. And they also have a purple one for darker skin tone, but I wonder how that would look on me. So I'm like, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Something that I did see on the website, and I didn't pick this one up because I was like, I can't review even more makeup right now, but I was very intrigued. The next Kiko collection I see, I will buy. And this one is actually the Kiko Milano, has a collaboration with just Cavalli, which is I think an Italian fashion brand. Cavalli is Italian, right? And Cavalli makes very like out there, luxurious, almost like 80s inspired luxury with a lot of like gold and leopard print and rainbow colors. And honestly, I think it's a really fun collaboration. I've seen some of the packaging. Some of it looks great. Some of it looks less great, but it has embossings and imprints, and the collection, per usual with Kiko Milano, is huge. Like, it is a huge collection. It is available now. I will link it down below. I think it looks really beautiful, and usually, I mean, Kiko Milano has amazing quality. I promise you, I will do a Kiko Milano video. I kind of want to like take you into store and show you how beautiful the stores are here. I just need to get this room a little bit better in order for that. But I gotta tell you, this looks pretty nice, but I was like, I don't have time. My schedule is full. I'll come back for the next collection. Hopefully. Something else that has launched that I am like, I want to say mildly interested in is one of those where I'm like, I might try it. And those are the Nars liquid blushes. I'm wearing some Nars cheek products today. And this is the Insatiable, is that how you pronounce it? Insatiable liquid blushes by Nars. A bunch of different colors. Some of them seem to have shimmer. And that's where I'm like, I could be about the shimmery ones. Because again, I love a glowy cheek. I don't know if I need a matte. I don't know if I need a matte one, but I might be interested in the shimmery ones. There are so many different shades though, and these are available. I will link them down below. So this is one of those like, if I run into them or if they're at a website where I'm doing an order from and I can find a shimmery one, I'll try it. I'll take one for the team. Another brand that is making a huge new launch is Nabla. They actually sent me an email. Let me see if I can read from the email instead, because I didn't find all the information when I was looking at Instagram, but I did get the information when I got the email from Nabla. It says new launch May. So this one is being sent to me. Let me know if you want me to do another dedicated Nabla video, just going through all of it, because this is a huge collection. And what they are doing is that they are releasing new colors or new packaging of existing products. One of them is the Freckle Maker pen. So the iconic Freckle Maker, which was a dip one, is being made into a freckle pen, which I think is amazing. I love a good freckle pen, so I'm very excited. The Cupid arrows are, I'm wearing one of them today. It's one of these. They're coming out with a bunch of new shades. I love these. It's some of my absolute favorite, like most used makeup products. They're coming up with a bunch of new shades, and they're also coming up with them in a micro. There's gonna be how many? 9 matte and shine shades in the micro. So a thinner, more like a regular eye pen, but like in a thinner. I'm very excited to try those too. And then they're also coming out with wrap your head around that, 25 new shades in different already existing lip formulas. So in the Matte Pleasure, which is their bullet matte lipsticks, which I love, 5 new shades, nude shades. Beyond Jelly, which I love, literally have mentioned them in my favorites so many times, 10 new shades. One of them is a black, sheer glowy black. You wrap your head around that. I'm so excited. And then Beyond Blur, that's also really nice formula, also 10 new shades. I will try and see if I can put up, if I had some pictures here, because again, they sent me pictures of all of it, but I haven't been able to find it on Instagram. So I'll just share it. What they sent to me, I'll share with you here. This is a huge collection, a huge deal, so many products. I don't know if they're sending me all of it, but I will say Nabla usually just sends out everything to everybody. So do you want a video? Because I've already gotten shipping notification. It's definitely being sent my way. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, let's talk about the fact that Blend Bunny has restocked but also remade their blends palette. So the blends palette used to be an all matte palette, and it's the first palette the Blend Bunny came out with, and now they have re-released it in the same packaging as their Artistry line, and it's the same shades, and they also added a row of shimmers. So I have the blend palette, like the blends palette, the original one, and I'm kind of like, so she's not sending this out in PR, but I'm kind of thinking when it comes to Monolith, I might buy it because I might like update mine, because mine is getting to be a little bit old, and I love this idea of including like the shimmers in her as well, because the blends just really is that girl when it comes to like a rainbow palette. It has such great undertones and shades, and I'm very excited to try this new one with the shimmers in as well. Is it a big palette? Yes, but it is a full rainbow palette, and I am liking this way. I always love when brands are like, this is iconic, we want to keep it, we don't want to get rid of it, and they're just like, you know, giving it a little bit of a zhoosh and just bringing it back to life, because the blends palette has been around for a really long time. And of course, Blend Bunny as a brand, you always grow and you become better packaging, better branding, better everything, and I'm very excited because also I will say the Blend Bunny formula, the shimmers are a lot better now than it used to be. They were never bad, but that last palette, the one with the squishy face, that shimmer formula is the best they've ever done. It's such great formula in that palette. So I'm very excited. I'm hoping this will be the same. I think this will be I think I will pick this one up when it comes to Monolith. And if you order from their website, Code and Jessica will work, but also at Monolith, of course. But I think I will order from Monolith because, again, saving on some shipping. But I'm kind of excited for this. Even though it's a big palette, I love Blend Bunny. Adept Cosmetics is restocking the Seahorse palette. This is an all shimmer palette. This one is restocking. I think they have a pre-order open right now, but it won't ship until September. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of pre-orders myself. I prefer to just, you know, buy it when it's available. That's my personal preference. But if you wanted to secure a copy, you can buy it right now on the Adept Cosmetics website. Code and Jessica will get some money off. They also launched a cheek palette, and I know I read a couple of comments about this, that people were saying, why are you saying that this is for all skin tones when it's clearly not for all skin tones? Because this is a very light and cool tone palette. I do think that if you have a fair to light skin tone, this will be an amazing, I can only imagine how great this would be on my friend Lisa's like complexion. But then I saw that Adept Cosmetics, the owner, left some comments saying that this was actually supposed to be released with 3 different palettes, one lighter, one medium, one deeper, and for unforeseen reasons she wasn't able to release the 2 darker palettes, and she only was able to release this one. Again, I realized that if you have the stock, you don't want to just throw it away, and I don't think anyone would have said anything if she just said this is for light to fair skin tones, because they have other products, face palettes or blushes or highlighters that work for more skin tones. I think the biggest problem was probably just saying for all skin tones when it clearly isn't for all skin tones. I think probably that was the biggest, I say issue, and I use that very loosely. I think if she had just changed up the wording, I don't think anyone would have said anything, because I honestly think that these shades do look incredible for a lighter skin tone. Not exactly what I am looking for, but I totally see who the target audience is. So I just think that she's changing up the wording a little bit. Sometimes transparency really is key. This is not for me, clearly. This is a little bit lighter than what I usually go for, but I still think that there's a lot of people who would look at this and be like, this is perfect. Can we talk about a couple of fragrances as well? Because I've seen a couple where I'm like, this looks nice. First, I want to talk about the Fugazi fragrances. I've actually found a place here in Torino that sells Fugazi fragrances in store so I can smell them. I'm so excited about that. They're coming out with a new one that's called HDP. Light and bright, fresh pear, soft green notes, and a touch of nutmeg. It says fresh with depth, light with character. That sounds amazing, quite honestly. I'm very, 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 very excited about that one. I really hope I am able to smell it. It sounds incredible. And back in the days, I used to get so many tags when things were dropping that was like very my style. And the longer I've done this series and the more I've grown, the less tags I get. But I got so many tags, so many DMs, so many comments about this new release from Gourmand Beauty. And this is Le Monde Gourmand in collaboration with John and Vinny's. It is a limited edition fragrance that is called Tomate Bebe. This is tomato vine. This is lush and savory and a little unexpected. It's a nod to the iconic atmosphere of a John and Vinny's delivery. I don't know what that is. Is it a pizza place? I have no idea. Vibrant energy of an Italian summer. Listen, I moved to Italy to have an Italian summer. Very excited. This is a bright rush of lemon verbena, Be Still My Heart, before unfolding into an unmistakable heart of tomato, leaf, and garden basil. I will literally sell a kidney to get this one. I have 2 kidneys. I only need one. If this does not come to Europe, does anybody know if this is launching in Europe? Because this brand is actually available at Sephora, Italy. They also just launched a banana fragrance, which... Don't worry, I'm definitely getting that one. It's already in my basket. But like, I need this tomato leaf. I really hope this is not an exclusive. I really hope this is not exclusive to the US market, because I need this one. I need this more than I need 2 kidneys. Don't tell my husband. I will link it down below. It is available in the US right now. Also, Ellis Brooklyn has released new perfume mists. Oh, how I miss being on the Ellis Brooklyn PR list. They do not send PR to Europe, but they have launched in Europe at Niche Beauty. I haven't seen any of the new fragrances there yet, but I'm hoping with time they'll be able to get some of the new ones as well, because I definitely want to try these new fragrance sprays. And I want to try the ones they came out with before as well. So I'm hoping I'm able to buy them at Niche Beauty, because again, I really want to get a hold of them. So this is a Love Palm. It is pomegranate juice, vanilla orchid, and cashmere woods. I love pomegranate, like the scent of it. It sounds very delicious. New Crush, blood orange, jasmine sambac, and almond flan. Also sounds very intriguing. And then Forever Pistachio. It is pistachio, tonka bean, salted caramel, and vanilla musks. That's where I'm like, I'm a little bit iffy about that one, because I love pistachio, but I hate fragrances that smell like caramel, except the one that Ellis Brooklyn has, that is the smoky caramel. That's the only one I've ever liked with caramel. All the other ones, I think they either smell like barf or BO. So that's why I'm like, I trust Ellis Brooklyn to make a good caramel. That's why I'm like, maybe. Have you smelled these? Do they smell good? Do they smell like BO? Listen, you can be honest with me. Tell me, do I need to hunt these down? Or am I good? Huda Beauty also re-released her Easy Bake Eau de Parfum in, like, as a fragrance. She had this before, very limited edition, and people really loved it and wanted her to bring it back. And I think it's inspired by the scent of her powders, which is interesting. But honestly, I like fragrance and I like fragrance products, so I get it because it has a very iconic smell. This is wild cherry, white flower, cinnamon bark, and caramel milk. Again, caramel makes me very weary because I'm like, I might hate it, but I do like cinnamon in fragrances a lot. And I did used to get Huda Beauty PR. She's still sending my things to Texas. I simply cannot get a hold of them. At this point, I just want to be like, please stop sending it to Texas at least. I don't know what to do about that, but I don't think I will be picking this one up myself because, again, the caramel, the white flowers makes me a little bit weary. I don't think this one will be for me, but this one, a million zillion percent, I will get the new Jo Malone collection. This one says it is exclusive to Nordstrom, which I'm guessing exclusive to Nordstrom in the US. I will link it down below. I haven't seen it in Europe yet, but I'm gonna see if I can hunt it down because Jo Malone is coming out with another collection inspired by the Brit Garden. They had a collection some years ago and I did buy a couple of those. Absolutely beautiful collection. They smell like the outdoors without being gourmand. Be still my heart. This one is Carrot Blossom, Scarlet Beetroot. I know this is going to be the earth scent of my life, and velvety butternut. I don't know about this velvety butternut, but the Scarlet Beetroot, a million percent will be getting that one. I really hope that these will be, I mean, of course they're going to be available in Europe. Jo Malone is a global brand. I hope it doesn't sell out because last time some of them did sell out and I wasn't able to get like all the ones I wanted, but I love these like outdoorsy garden, just weeds basically inspired collections that are not flowery or gourmand. I think Jo Malone makes those fragrances amazingly and I'm so excited to be trying this one out. Even again, I got this one sent as well and I was like, yes, this is perfect for me. Also, Valentino is getting into the body spray game. I told you, everyone is gonna do body sprays and even Valentino is doing it. So this is the Born in Roma hair and body mist collection. They're coming out with 4 different scents. So it's gonna be golden coconut, caramel crush, I don't know what that one. It's gonna be the vanilla bliss and then it's gonna be salty pistachio, or this is Italian, so I'm guessing salty pistachio. And this is a creamy salted pistachio ice cream. I do think that I will try that one because salty and milky and pistachio sounds like something I would like. So as soon as I see these in store, I will probably pick up the green one, the pistachio ice cream one, because I do think, and especially when it says that it's got a little bit of salt in it, I do think it's going to be a really good. I have high hopes for that one. And I'm already assuming it's going to launch here because Valentino is Italian. I live in Italy. Why wouldn't it launch here? If it doesn't launch here, it literally should be some kind of a crime. Where can I report this crime? I did mention this before, but the Into the Night palette by Glamlite is returning Sunday the 31st of May on the Glamlite website. You can use my code Angeshka and you'll get some money off. And this is a re-release of a palette that they had from before. Very excited for this to come back. They had some really beautiful color stories from before that I'm excited that they are bringing back because, I mean, look at this. It's so stunning. I'm so excited to see it back. Also, NYX is releasing some new blushes. This is the Buttermelt Blushes new colors. That red one looks really amazing. I really feel like NYX is one of those brands that are not releasing quickly here in Europe. So if I see it, I'll get it. If I don't see it, it's not the end of the world, but it looks really interesting. They're also releasing liquid eyeshadows. These are the Lid Lingerie Cream Eye Pigments. Some of them are matte, some of them are shimmery. This is not the kind of product that I go for, so I'm gonna sit this one out, but I'm sure there are other people that are dying to try these. Okay, I'm gonna talk about two more products, but they're like in the same vein of like makeup trend, and I really think that this will be a trend that we'll be seeing a lot lately. Glam Girl Gabby, which I didn't know who she was before this, but she's launching her own brand and it is called Mature Beauty Shop. She's starting with some eye pencils made specifically for mature skin in mind. I don't love the name Mature Beauty. I mean, I just feel like you are excluding some people by calling it Mature Beauty. There are definitely people who won't be interested in the brand because of it. So I don't love the name of it, but I think it's amazing. This is a trend that I think we will see coming because a lot of people that were so excited about makeup in 2020, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, wearing a lot of makeup, buying a lot of makeup. I mean, we're all my age now. We're 35 plus and we are just dying to still wear makeup, but some of it just doesn't perform the way that we used to having it. It moves around on the skin, it creases. I notice myself that some products just don't wear the same on me now, 11 years later, than like how it did when I started doing makeup YouTube. And I really think that it is a market that there is a hole in the market for fun, visible makeup that's high performing, that is fitted for a skin that's like, with some creases, with some fine lines and stuff. So I do think that it's really cool. That's something that I, like myself, had in mind when I formulated my eyeshadows for Cinch Beauty. I was like, I would like the color and creativity and sparkle and specialness of indie makeup, but I needed to perform on my hooded eyes because a lot of those brands look amazing, but then they crease on me after half an hour. And I feel like a lot of you are feeling the same as me. So I was like, I want the best of both worlds. And that's something I had in mind when I formulated my brand. And I think Mature Beauty is onto something as well, because again, eye pencils, they have a tendency of moving around, especially if you start having fine lines and folds and all of that. And also if they're too dry, it's going to be really hard to work with them on a lid that's not as firm anymore. Another person that had a similar idea is Wayne Goss. He had Wayne Goss, was it called Wayne Goss Beauty, Wayne Goss Makeup? It was sold at Beautylish. I think it's still available. He kind of resigned from, there's some drama there that I think we will never fully know. I think he got investors and then he didn't get along with the investors. He made a full deal about it. He left his brand and now he's starting a new brand. Again, I bet there's so much drama behind the scenes that we will never know about. I wish I could be a fly on the wall and just hear all about it. But he is launching a new beauty line that is geared towards women over 35. Like I said, I really think that this is something that more brands are going to start looking into because, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they want a little sparkle and mascara and be out the door. We're the generation that wants visible makeup. We're the generation that wants to use multiple products and have a fun time using makeup. We're the ones who got into adulthood and realized applying makeup is part of the fun, not just wearing it. And I would not be surprised. This is a trend that we start seeing more of. I mean, just look at like Lancome that I talked about. Lancome has always been seen as a brand that is more targeted towards women, that is, more mature, again, quote unquote. And now they're releasing like purple makeup products. And I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing here. So I definitely could see this becoming a trend. I would not be surprised if we see more brands leaning into stuff like this. Let me see if there's anything new going on right now. nourishing anything. Let me scooch back. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these new makeup releases? What are you the most interested in? I am very excited to pick up some of these things, especially some of these fragrances. I just want to douse myself with all of it. I'm just still so excited. I mean, of course, I'm also so excited about the Singe Beauty release. I mean, clearly, I've been working a lot on this one, and I am so thrilled to be finally showing you what I've been working on. And again, thank you so much, Miss Play, for sponsoring a video here on my channel. Don't forget to check them out in the top of the description box down below. Let me know if you find a new favorite games. I have been so enjoying playing these games that I have found. Big fan of mobile games. Will always be, have always been, and will always be. So don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you this weekend for more videos.